Warning, this video contains major spoilers. If you don't want to be spoiled, don't watch this review. But if you want to, enjoy.
Hello everyone, it's Jacob Goji here, and today we're going to be reviewing the Playmates Godzilla vs. Kong MechaGodzilla with Hollow Earth Anti-Gravity Vehicle. So this is one of the figures you probably see in my unboxing. It was a spoiler, so I didn't really put it in the thumbnail, but look at it. So I got this guy at Walmart for $10, which is the same price as the other figures. So you can go check them out. They're not out. They weren't out in some Walmarts I went to. I checked and they didn't have them. But look, now I have them. Alright, now let's get started with the review. First, let's start off with paint and detail. So for the sculpt, now this is pretty much the new MechaGodzilla design. I know it's just a figure, but I don't know what his design's gonna look like in the movie. Let's take a look at it. So he has some nice texture over here. And then here we have the head sculpt. The head sculpt looks okay, but I don't know what MechaGodzilla's head is going to look like in the movie. And then we have the eyes are painted red, and then they look nice. And then right here we have some paint details, we have the red dots over there, which reminds me of Shin Godzilla. And then we have the arm sculpts. This is pretty much what MechaGodzilla's arms are pretty much going to look like in the movie. We've never seen MechaGodzilla have these type of hands in the movie. Where he opens his claws like this. Maybe open and closes, but who knows. Maybe MechaGodzilla might have a laser to shoot out from there, but who knows. And then if you look at the mouth, you can see some nice texture. Kind of looks like he has extra rows of teeth. And then over here, there's a hole where you can put Godzilla the atomic breath in, but I think you might get a MechaGodzilla with a laser. Who knows? It could have came with a laser. And then right here we have the legs, which they don't look too thick. They're kind of thin. And then we have some nice detail, which these are X's right here. Yeah, X's all over the legs. And then right here we have some nice texture. We have those pipes, and I don't know how to say it. And then we have his massive feet. Yeah, to be honest, I'm not gonna lie though, but MechaGodzilla's feet are massive. Yeah, I wasn't expecting him to look like this in the movie. But okay, no spoilers. This is just a figure, but we don't know what he's gonna look like. And then finally, we have the dorsal plates. Now, to be honest, I really love the paint job on the dorsal plates. I like the red color it has. So the red starts out from over here, and it ends from over here. Yeah. And I actually like the paint job, on the dorsal plates. And then we have the tail, which is skinny. Yeah, that's pretty much what MechaGodzilla is supposed to look like. Yeah, and then the tail's made of a soft rubber. Yeah, so pretty much this figure is painted like a silver color, but I kind of wish it looked more shinier rather than this type of plastic. Maybe a wash would have helped, but who knows? We don't know we don't know how MechaGodzilla is gonna look like in the movie, so we'll have to find out. So overall, the sculpt is great, and I actually like the paint job in this figure, but I kind of wish there was more of a silver color. Starting off with articulation, so MechaGodzilla has plenty of points of articulation. So let's start off right here. So you can move the jaw all the way. Yeah, so I'd say I would recommend just opening the jaw like this, because it when you open it like this, it just looks weird, just like the skull crawler. So I would recommend just moving the jaw like this, just from there. And then we have some arms, which are on swivels and hinges. Yeah, this MechaGodzilla has a lot of articulation. And then the only problem I have with the figure is that the elbows don't move, or the hands, or the claws. But the giant MechaGodzilla does move the claws. And right here, the legs are on a they're on a hinge. Yeah, I actually like how they give MechaGodzilla this kind of articulation. Yeah, good job right there, Playmates. And you can rotate the knees, and the feet are on swivels, and the tail is on a ball joint. Yep. And then there's not a bendy wire over here. I mean, it's just a piece of rubber. Yeah, so overall, the articulation is actually great on this figure. Like, it's pretty much, it kind of has like more, like, let me count. So it has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 points of articulation. Yeah, overall, articulation is pretty good on this figure, but I'd say not the best. I mean, the head doesn't move, which is kind of disappointing. Well, yeah, that's all for articulation. Now we're going to go over MechaGodzilla's accessories. So the first accessory, just like the other figures, he comes with a battle damage piece. Now this battle damage piece is different from the other figures because instead of being blood, you can see some metal in here. Like, it's not blood because MechaGodzilla is a robot. So to attach this, it's kind of hard to do it, so you just have to put it, like, just slide it over here, and then you slide the other piece right here. And there we go. Now you have the battle damage piece. So, that was the battle damage piece. And last but not least, here's the Hollow Earth anti-gravity vehicle, which is pretty much the same mold as the one that came with the Skullcrawler, but except it's painted like a dark green, and it has like a silver window. Like, here's a comparison. So, here's the one that came with the Skullcrawler. So, they're about the same mold, but except this one's painted more like a lightish, a silverish gray color, and this one's like painted a dark green. Yeah, so it's nothing special. It's basically the same thing. Now we're going to be sizing up MechaGodzilla with some of the other Godzilla vs. Kong monsters. So first we're going to size them up with Godzilla right here. Now as you can see here, MechaGodzilla is a little bit taller than Godzilla, but I mean, I don't know how tall MechaGodzilla is going to be in the movie, but I'm not sure if this is size accurate or not. Maybe MechaGodzilla might be this tall. Like, Godzilla is like 393 feet, but I'm guessing that MechaGodzilla is probably 420 feet. Who knows? We'll have to find out. So, yep, so that was Godzilla. Now here's MechaGodzilla sized up with Kong. And I don't know if this is size accurate or not. I mean, Kong is going to be like, Kong is like 337 feet, so maybe MechaGodzilla should be maybe a little bit more bigger. Like, wait, maybe like this big. Yeah, I mean, we don't know how tall MechaGodzilla is going to be, so like, just wait for the movie to come out and we'll find out how big MechaGodzilla is. Now here's MechaGodzilla sized up with the Skullcrawler. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to happen in the movie. I don't know if MechaGodzilla is going to fight the Skullcrawler. I mean, I think MechaGodzilla is still in the works, so maybe in the movie Godzilla might fight the Skullcrawler, or maybe Kong. Who knows? So like, I mean, so no spoilers, but I mean, we'll have to find out. I mean, MechaGodzilla is still in the works anyways. And last but not least, here's MechaGodzilla sized up with Warbat. Now, we all know Warbat is like a little bit bigger, a little bit taller, longer than Kong. Like, the Warbats, I mean, Kong could probably be like, probably this big, and then maybe this could be size, I think this is size accurate. Like, I mean, we don't know how long the Warbat is, but like, let me see. So like, if you stand him up like straight, maybe the Warbat can be like this long, or maybe when he's like in his full length, he could probably be like 700 feet long. But I mean, who knows? I mean, Warbat is just curled up, so we'll have to find out how big Warbat is in the movie. Like, yeah, we don't know yet. So, yep. So that was all for the size comparisons. Now here's a comparison between every single MechaGodzilla design. So which MechaGodzilla is your favorite? Honestly, I think I'll have to say, probably MechaGodzilla 2, which is the Heisei version. And I'd say Kiryu's my second favorite. And the MonsterVerse MechaGodzilla, I'll just put as my third favorite because I don't know what he's going to look like in the movie. And then my fourth favorite, and then for the number 4 is the 19th Showa MechaGodzilla. And my least favorite is, of course, the anime MechaGodzilla. So yeah, this is all the versions of MechaGodzilla: Showa, Heisei, Millennium, and MonsterVerse. So yeah, that's all the versions of MechaGodzilla in figure form. So overall, my thoughts on this figure, I think this figure is actually really good. I mean, even if it's a spoiler, this is probably the best figure in the GVK line so far. Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, the MechaGodzilla figures are looking really good and probably the best in the line so far. Like I mean, I would put it like right next to Warbat. Like for the battle damage figures, I would put MechaGodzilla number 1, Warbat on number 2, maybe Godzilla and maybe Kong with fighter jet on number 3, Godzilla with radio tower on number 4, and maybe Kong with battle axe on number 5, and Heat Ray Godzilla number 6. Yeah, I mean, this is probably the best battle damage figure so far. So overall, it's a great figure, and I would recommend you guys picking this guy up at Walmart if you find him. But if you don't want to be spoiled, just don't go to Walmart and buy it, unless if you want spoilers. So yeah, guys, that was all for the review. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.